Welcome to the Tennessee Community Engaged Alliance Against COVID-19 Wellness Wednesday show, also known as TNCL Wellness Wednesday. I'm Dr. Katherine Y. Brown, your host. Now, more than ever, we must stay informed and stay engaged about the COVID-19 pandemic in Tennessee. Our communities, Nashville, Memphis, and surrounding areas must increase our understanding of the factors that contribute to the disproportionate burden of COVID-19 in underserved communities of Tennessee. Throughout our conversations on this show, we have been introducing you to thought leaders that are establishing effective community-engaged strategies that are aimed to increase knowledge, awareness, testing, and vaccine readiness as they begin to address structural inequities and COVID-19 disparities. Today, it is with much excitement that I introduce you to Pastor Aaron Marble. Welcome, Pastor Marble.
Dr. Brown, thank you so much for having me. It is a pleasure to be on live with you today and to have this opportunity to talk about this pandemic.
Thank you. Well, before we go into the pandemic, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and some of your many accomplishments? And there are many.
Well, my name is Aaron Marble. I am the proud pastor of one of Nashville's and this country's most amazing churches, the Jefferson Street Missionary Baptist Church, right here in the heart of Nashville. I am married to beautiful Lydia Marble. She's an occupational therapist within the HCA healthcare network. We have two amazing daughters, Noelle, who's 4, Eden, who is 1. Call her quarantine baby because she was born in February and has lived and made it through this pandemic. And just honored to be on with you. I serve an advisory board of the Interdenominational Ministers Fellowship, member of the NAACP, member of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, and a host of other things that by God's grace He has allowed us to accomplish and be active participants in.
Wonderful. Tell us about your work with the COVID-19 vaccine in the community.
Yeah, well, actually today, our church is hosting vaccinations here in our church. We have partnered with Metro Health Department and have done signups to make sure that not only persons of our congregation, but that persons within our community would be available to get this vaccination. Our church has been at the forefront of so many social justice issues within the Nashville community. And so that's been voting issues, that's been civil rights issues. And we know that health issues are just as disproportionate amongst African Americans in our community. And so I have found it very important that health be a pillar of the work that we do. Dr. Brown, you've been to our church and led our church through CPR training as a part of our health initiatives. We've partnered with Meharry to do health wellness and health assessments, blood pressure screenings, and the like to make sure our folks are aware of their health and are health literate. And so this work that we're doing against COVID-19 is an extension of that.
Absolutely. And I'm glad that you shared that. And you know, I had a wonderful time there, is that you are so accurate. This is an extension of the work that you all have already been doing and have a long-standing history of doing and making a measurable impact in the community. So let me just go on record today and say thank you so much for your service and all that you have done and that you all continue to do.
Yes, thank you for that. It's a part of what we believe Christ gives us as an abundant life. It's not just about eternal life, but it's about the life we have access to be able to live here and now as well.
Absolutely. So, you know, the question that the community is asking is, how can we keep ourselves healthy against the COVID-19 virus? What are your thoughts?
Well, the first thing is that I believe as a faith leader, as a pastor, as a Christian, it's part of my responsibility to care for souls and for bodies. And so when doctors and scientists and public health officials tell us we need to wear masks, we need to social distance, We need to watch how we're gathering in large crowds. I believe it's a part of my responsibility to model those recommendations in what we do, even in our worship services. So the second week of March of last year, we went virtual before CDC or anybody else said it. I said, wait a minute, we're not going to pass this. And so we went virtual and have been since then. And so I think it's important that we model the recommendations of safety. And certainly now that the vaccine has been vetted, has been approved, we're working through to make, folks are continuing to work through to make sure it's safe. I think I've encouraged, I've been vaccinated. My wife was vaccinated, and I've encouraged our congregation as the opportunity arises to make sure that they and their families are vaccinated as well.
Absolutely. So what should communities do to get vaccine ready?
Well, I think communities, one, particularly faith communities, have to recognize the trusted voice of pastors and clergy. And so as pastors and clergy, we have to learn, we have to engage, we have to have conversations with other professionals so that we are comfortable and knowledgeable about what's going on with the vaccine. And then secondly, I think it's appropriate for us, every vaccination opportunity that has been made aware to Jefferson Street, we push and communicate through all of our channels. We put it on social media. We direct text our members. We direct email our members. We talk about it in our worship services. However we can get the word out so that people can have access and be knowledgeable about where they can get it, we have done so. And so I think that being knowledgeable, persons understanding their influence in the community as faith leaders. And thirdly, hey, if it's at Mount Zion, if it's at St. James, if it's at the library, if it's at Nissan Stadium, or if it's here at Jefferson, wherever you can go get your shot, go get it. This isn't a competition to see who can do it. We want to make sure access is available to everybody.
I love that. And, you know, that just brings me to the next question is community. So in your words, what does community mean to you? And you just described a community working together.
Working together. Community is working together. And I think the best definition of community is loving your neighbor as yourself. We are in this thing together, whether we want to be or not. And I think that if we can implement that commandment and let that be kind of our rubric and guiding thought process, we will be able to impact our community holistically in a bunch of areas, but particularly as it relates to this pandemic.
So how do we maintain health in general during a pandemic?
Well, I think there are so many opportunities. I think everybody has, laughed and discussed, their quarantine 15 or however much you might have experienced from snacking and being in the house and being more sedentary than that might be normal. But I think one way of doing it is changing and watching diet and eating habits to make sure that that is there. Making sure you decompress and de-stress, push away from the computer and the screen to take a moment in prayer or meditation or reading, just to decompress and de-stress, because stress is dangerous as well. So I think particularly now, diet and getting some type of movement and getting some dumbbells, walk up and down your steps a few times. When the weather is good, take a walk outside. I think those are small steps that we can do to really improve our health. And of course, be mindful of the things that the CDC and other professionals recommend as it relates to COVID-19.
Wonderful. Thank you. Is there anything else that you would like to share?
Well, I certainly would just like to thank you, Dr. Brown, for this opportunity. And certainly we are so appreciative of this platform and work that you and your team are doing to make sure the word goes out about our wellness and our health, and folks to know that Jefferson Street is a church that's loved by Christ, to love like Christ. And we're here in our community to do what we can do to help those that we can. We're virtual. We meet virtually every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. via Facebook and YouTube, and we would love to have those join us, and they can watch back and look at replays and all of that. But we are so thankful for this platform and so appreciative of the work you're doing to help galvanize and lead our community in health.
Thank you. And since many people will see this, can you please share your website and your address?
Sure. Our website is jsmbc.org. And you can follow us on all social media platforms at just the letter J, Street Church. We're on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook. And our physical address is 2708 Jefferson Street, Nashville, Tennessee, 37208. And if you need any information or have any questions, you can always call us at 615-329-2990 or shoot us an email at info@jsmbc.org. And we'd love to hear from you, and our response back to you will be quick.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing. We'll be sure to share that information as well on our TNCO page. And thank you for being here with us today.
Yes. Thank you, Dr. Brown. Take care.
All right. For our viewers around the world, I invite you to join me next Wednesday for TNCO Wellness Wednesdays. You won't want to miss an episode, and be sure to share this message. Until next time, stay informed, stay healthy, and share this message with your community. Have a great day.